We're gonna get the AJ Lee fan first. Huh? Hey, Don't try to hide it now.
Becky, I just want to point out this young lady right here, when we said AJ Lee was fighting this weekend, she started screaming her head off. Now, what I said is, we all Becky Lynch on the pivot in this side, but this young lady right here has made a choice.
I'll have time after I beat AJ Lee in 24 seconds, and then I take you on too. The man has come around, you lost.
Yeah. Well, I apologize because I didn't know Becky was ready, and I didn't even get to intro her in the way that I should have introed her. It's Becky Lynch, the man. Do you know how bad you gotta be to get the name, the man, the moniker that represents her? And she is not no average girl. But my question to you is this: how does a self-proclaimed non-athlete, right, average girl from Dublin, Ireland, become an absolute star of the WWE?
Well, thank you very much. I love that question. I'm sorry for being in the back because I feel like wrestlers, we're like Candyman, you know. You gotta. But instead of saying Candyman 3 times, you gotta play our entrance music. Otherwise, we don't pop out. But I broke that. How did that happen? Honestly, it's just a love for this. I love wrestling like nobody's business. I never thought that I was going to be in the WWE. I went down to a wrestling school opened by one Finn Balor. Fighting this weekend, gonna whip the bejesus out of that dirty Dominic Mysterio. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it the first time I was in a wrestling ring. And I still have that feeling every time I step into a wrestling ring. When I think about wrestling, when I watch wrestling, it lights me up. It gives me the old, you know what I mean? It's
injected in your veins.
It does, yeah. Like the Iceman, you know, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go. I was going up into it, and I wasn't even nervous. What I realized after the fact was I was so nervous that I couldn't think about how nervous I was. Otherwise, I think I wouldn't be able to put one foot in front of the other.
Was that spontaneous? What happened with that moniker of the man, which is now caught on, everybody loves it. But was that spontaneous or was that created? Did you know what was about to happen?
It's one of those things, you put it out there and you never know if it's going to take off or not. And I just put down in one tweet, I am the man. And the next day I go to the arena and there's signs, she's the man, Becky Lynch is the man, you're the man. And it took off like that, it was like lightning. But you try these things, you throw them out and you never know if they're going to work. It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin only ever said Austin 316 one time, but to this day it's still the best-selling shirt of all time, you know. And so you just never know what's gonna take off. But there was a message behind it because the people. Bears, he's the man.
The Bears.
He's the man. And you know, it was one of those things where normally
setbacks. So how have you dealt with some of the difficulties you faced coming into this WrestleMania?
Well now, come on. I've never at any point been intimidated by AJ Lee. Not one time have I worried about AJ Lee. AJ Lee has never beaten me. People have doctored footage They've doctored footage. There's been some very corrupt referees, very corrupt GMs, and they're doing everything in their power to try and hold me down because they know that the man, given the power, is going to hold everybody down because nobody can compete with me. I have held it down for 10 years, and I ain't stopping now. Not from no absolute joke, loser AJE.
But Becky, what at this level though, when you get to that level?
Me, because I'm wonderful. She wishes she was me. She has the same kind of colored hair, but she knows I wear it better, and she's very upset about that. And that hurts the most because I know the work that I'm bringing, I know the value that I'm bringing, I know I'm bringing this wonderful crowd here that loves me so much. I know that I'm bringing that all in, and yet there's some people that don't want to see me succeed. They try to hold me down. Well, they won't be able to hold me down. And at WrestleMania on Saturday, I am going to be standing tall with that title in my hand, reclaiming my throne, because I am the greatest female wrestler of all time, and it's not just me saying it. Other people say it. Sports Illustrated says it. The Bleacher Report says it. And the Pivot says it.
That's right.
The Pivot damn sure says it.
But-
Hey, Pretty Privilege is working against Becky.
Working against
It's
her?
working against.
Trying to hold us back. They're scared. They're scared of the power. The power.
Becky, you say you brought everything, but you didn't bring any Amos for us. What happened?
Okay, oh, well, we need to change that. Where's the ammo? Ammo, where are you? Let's get some ammo out here. Sand, I'm looking at you. This is my
What
wonderful
happened?
assistant, Sand. He's great. He's amazing. Sand, can you get us some ammo? Let's bring up some ammo to the
Hey, make a call.
Thank you.
Make a call. We really appreciate you. We see that you're doing like 10 jobs at one time. So thank you, brother. Going into last year's WrestleMania, you had a layoff, right? And so it was trying to get back into it, show everybody that Becky Lynch still remains at the top of her game. What's the difference in the mindset this year as opposed to last year?
Yeah, that's a great question. Last year it was about it's kind of a bit similar actually. It was reestablishing myself in the field, and I think I believe everybody's going to agree with me. The women in WWE are killing it right now. Amazing, wonderful. They needed me back though because I am the greatest of all time. They're good, but I'm great. I'm great. And so there was a big Becky-shaped hole in the women's division that I needed to walk in and fill. That might have sounded wrong, but you know what I'm saying.
What you meant though?
You know what I mean.
We know what you mean.
And again, this is reestablishing that I am the greatest. This is taking back the title that I've turned into the most important women's title in all of
It's a
wrestling.
continental title, the most important title in women's wrestling because of this lady.
Because of me, and it is being held. It is being captured, robbed by this person who has been away for 10 years. And she comes in and she thinks she can still hang with me. She can't hang with me. She's never beaten me. I'm gonna prove it at WrestleMania.
Gonna prove it this weekend.
No, she did not beat me 3 times. That is doctored footage. There was an ant infestation. I'm pretty sure that was one of a wasp infestation at one point. At another point, I was waving the rest of my teammates in. There is corruption at the highest level. And I will fight it. Fear not, young fan. I have you. I'm gonna fight the corruption at the highest level. I got
You do to be the best wrestler of all time.
Nah, I wasn't born tough, I was made tough. Yeah, no, I was not born to be an athlete. I was not good at anything. Talentless schmuck over here, just not good at anything, no natural gifts. And it was only for the grace of God that I found wrestling and that I fell in love with it and that I learned that if you work hard at something, you can get better. And that is only something that I thought happens in American movies, because that's not necessarily a mantra that we're teaching back home,
Right. You guys were, what was it, Braveheart, right? Right. What do you do to prepare before a match?
The thing is, is when you're in WWE, there's no off season. So you're constantly preparing. You're constantly staying in tune because you're working every single week. Now I know the schedule is a little lighter, but previously we would be on the road 4, 5, 6 days a week doing show after show after show. So it becomes muscle memory where your body is attuned to this. So you don't have to get ready because you stay ready.
That was mainly really quick, RC, but the night before match, or
I don't really have a routine. I don't have any things that I do. I pace a lot. You'll see me pacing. But I think it's just focusing and concentrating. And also just lifting the room around you. Because some of it is practicing that shared energy. You know, because when we go out there, it's not just me and one person in the ring. It's me, that person, the referee, and all of you that are so involved in this and making it the best that we possibly can. So it's making sure that you're attuned to bringing that energy in. She's got those eyes, man, and you can see the willpower. You can see the strength. You can see that she's not going to go back down, and I'm going to crumble before her.
ammo.
Coffee break!
I like gifts now.
All right, here we go. We got some flavors. We got the maple pancake. We got the watermelon blast. That's just a simple cold brew. My favorite, purple velvet.
Oh, what's in this chip?
Can we switch, Shannon?
And a butterscotch candy. That's the cold brew right
I
there.
like desserts.
That's the cold brew.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Purple velvet.
Butterscotch candy.
I like butterscotch.
Becky Lynch, soon to be, again, Intercontinental title holder, also brings gifts.
Cheers.
Yes, when we need gifts. Cheers.
Cheers.
Y'all know I gotta ask about the relationship notes.
That's really good.
That is very good. We had Seth on the show before.
He's very handsome. He's very hot.
That always helps.
We love that about him.
Always helps.
We love that about him. You know, he was throwing it out a bit. He was casting that rod, reeling it in, see if I'd bite. You know, I might take a little nibble here and there, a little sample size, a little aperitif, and but I wasn't sure, you know. And then at that time I was single Becky. Single Becky was wild. Not in that way, but you know, she was unpredictable. She could do what she wanted. She was free. And I was like, single Becky can have fun. Single Becky could not have fun. That man, you know, he got me. Great lad. Oh, he's just so great, man. He's wonderful. Oh, we were such good friends beforehand. You know?
What was the straw that broke the camel's back? Do you remember a time when you said, now this is about to be my husband?
You know, it was weird because we started off, you know, doing the thing, and then
What thing? I need details.
Seth did not give details on the show, and neither will Becky in front of these people. We in front of company.
I'm sorry, I'm just not.
you know, there's children in the crowd, but I was like, I know this could get messy, because you know I've never been in a very long-term relationship, not before, and then you see that happen in the workplace, and you're like, oh, I don't want any part of that. And so I was like, oh no, this you need to go be free. No, we'll be best friends. And then it was weird. There was like I did a signing, and whenever anybody came up in like a Seth Rollins shirt or something, I was just, aw, you know. And it was one of those things where it was like you just wanted to talk about him and talk about how great he was, and I was like, damn, oh, I like this guy. I think about this guy. When I'm reminded of this guy, it gives me all the feels.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then that was over 7 years ago, and here we are, married with a kid, doing it all. Got a coffee company.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing. You just thinking about the
Classify the pressure of continuing to be able to draw those fans in week after week, month after month, year after year, because when that dies, so does a career.
It doesn't stop. The pressure, you always feel that pressure. How do I do more? And you're constantly thinking about it. You're never really off. Like, you never relax, you never go into coast mode. It's always, how do I do better? How do we do better? How can we bring people in more? How do we get people interested, invested? And so you're always thinking about it. The great thing about being married to somebody else who's like that is that you'll have somebody who understands. So we're not talking about this stuff driving each other mad. We understand and we get it, and we plan together and get ideas and talk about it, and that's just going to be how it is until the wheels fall off.
And also,
I saw it too.
That's what the internet told me.
You never believe the internet. The internet's full of lies. There's very corrupt people on there, but it's just objectively not true. It's just objectively not true. There's no other couple in the history of wrestling couples that have both main evented WrestleMania. Now is there? Who have won more world titles? Myself or AJ Lee?
You!
I have won more world titles, so it's just objectively not true. It's just objectively not true. We have the greatest wrestling couple of all time, and it's not just me saying it. It's just facts saying it.
But Becky, I'm gonna throw out a few numbers for you, and let me know which one.
Well, 35 is pretty special.
Could you let them in on why?
For obvious reasons. That's the year I became the first woman to ever win the main event of WrestleMania.
Say that again.
32 was very special too. That was very special. My first WrestleMania, going in, changing the title from Divas to the Women's World title. It was, that was special. That was special.
That's good.
Speaking of that, you have become, and there's obviously what you do inside the ring, but there are people in those locker rooms now that look to you for tutelage and knowledge and wisdom. How important is it for you to leave wrestling better for the women that come after you than it was when you entered the sport?
Oh, it's so important. That's all I want. That is all I want. I want it to be better than I found it. And so far, I'm pretty confident in that, but they can all stay in their place because I'm not going anywhere.
I asked you a question on first take.
I don't know that I can remember that answer.
You told me.
I talk a lot.
You told me there's absolutely nobody.
Well, that is actually the answer that I would give. So great. Okay, perfect. Yeah, absolutely nobody. There's nobody. No, I'm the greatest. It's me, and then everybody else.
But there's a Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore has 4 great people.
Yes.
You're on there for sure.
I'm on there.
Is there any? Who's some other people?
My mirror image, and it keeps going. It's like a hall of mirrors, and that's the Mount Rushmore, but also the 4 horsewomen.
Yeah. But even to that point, changing a sport. Do you take that? Like, do you take?
Very, very quickly.
So Becky, we have to let you go. If there is one thing that you want the fans to know that they can look forward to on Saturday at WrestleMania, when Becky Lynch's name is called, when the music is playing, what's the thing you want to leave the fans with?
Well, I want to leave everybody, this young man included, this lady, I want to bring everybody, I want